You know, when we think of fables, we usually think of these cute, simple stories from when we were kids. But what if they're not so simple? What if they're actually these incredibly complex structures, a kind of moral architecture, built to shape not just us, but our whole society? Let's go ahead and explore the hidden blueprints behind these stories we think we know so well. So, we're going to tear apart these tales and ask a really basic question. What are fables really teaching us? I promise you the answer is way more complex and, honestly, a lot more interesting than you might think.
I mean, on the surface, the whole point seems pretty obvious, right? They're just stories to teach kids the basics, like, be honest, work hard, be kind. Simple stuff. Just think about the tortoise and the hare. Everyone knows that one. The lesson is crystal clear. Don't be a show-off, just keep plugging away and you'll get there. It's a piece of advice we've all heard a million times. But is that it? Is that really all that's going on in these ancient stories? Or are there hidden floors, maybe some secret rooms in this moral architecture that we've just been walking past this whole time? All right, let's peel back that first layer.
Okay, so every fable has a ground floor. This is the part you see right away, the most accessible level of the whole building. And that's the stated moral.
This is that lesson that's usually, literally spelled out at the very end. It's the official takeaway, the thing you're supposed to walk away with, and it's aimed right at you as an individual.
You can think of it as a little user manual for being a decent human. Be prepared, don't lie, don't be greedy. You get the picture. The instructions are super simple, easy to remember, so they can be passed down from generation to generation. But that's just the ground floor. Let's go up a level. Now this is where things get really fascinating. Because while fables seem like they're talking to one person, they're also speaking to the entire group. They're not just a guide for you, they're actually a blueprint for social order. So on one hand, the story is getting you ready for some personal challenge, maybe like overcoming your own laziness. But on the other hand, and this is much more subtle, it's getting you ready to fit into your specific role inside the community. It's about a lot more than just you. And this is exactly how they do it. Fables reinforce all the stuff a society cares about. Cooperation, knowing your place in the pecking order, what's considered normal behavior, and, this is a big one, what happens to you if you step out of line. They are an incredibly powerful tool for keeping everyone on the same page.
All right, so now we're going to venture down into the basement. This is where the foundation is, and where the truths get, well, a little uncomfortable. This is where fables stop teaching us ideals and start reflecting some pretty harsh realities about the world. To really get this, let's switch to a different story. We all know the ant and the grasshopper. The ant works all summer, storing food, while the grasshopper just hangs out and plays music. Seems simple enough, right? But let's look a little closer. So the surface reading is easy, right? The ant's the hero, the grasshopper's the villain, and the lesson is plan ahead. Simple. But if you read it more critically, you get a totally different story. Is the ant really a hero, or is he kind of a selfish hoarder who refuses to help someone in need? And is the grasshopper just lazy, or is he an artist, someone providing culture and joy, who society then leaves to starve? From this angle, the lesson gets way darker. It's basically saying that society punishes people who don't produce material things.
And this is the crucial point. Fables aren't always teaching us how the world should be. Sometimes they're just showing us the cold, hard mechanics of how the world is. They're reflecting reality and teaching us how to survive inside that system.
So you might be thinking this is all great for analyzing old stories, but what does it have to do with us today? Well, the truth is this moral architecture is absolutely everywhere. We just tell the stories a little differently now. These exact same narrative structures, the ones that define our values, that reinforce how we should behave, that warn us what not to do, they are constantly running in the background of our modern world. So where do you think they are? They are literally everywhere. Think about a corporate mission statement. The surface moral is all about teamwork and innovation. The hidden social function is to get everybody in the company to pull in the same direction. And the uncomfortable truth? Maybe it's that your personal success only matters if it serves the company's bottom line. Political slogans, self-help books, even ads for your favorite brand, they all work on these same levels, giving us simple stories to shape what we believe and how we act. And just like the fables from thousands of years ago, these modern stories tell us who the good guys are, who the bad guys are, and what the right way to live and be happy looks like inside of that particular system, whether it's a company, a country, or a lifestyle brand. At the end of the day, The stories we absorb actually build our reality. They are the blueprints for our beliefs. So take a look at the narratives you follow, the slogans you might repeat, the brands you're loyal to, and just ask yourself, what fables are you living by?